Side, we spoke about Daniel Kerr. He's just building his season nicely. I reckon Darren Glass is a bit the same, starting to get into the really good form. Quinton Lynch has been quiet tonight. I think Cox has got a fair bit more upside in his game as well.
Still enough time in this for the Hawks with 8 3/4 minutes. I know it's got to bust wide open for them to do it, but it's not insurmountable at all. 8 3/4 minutes in a normal game is plenty of time to come back from a 17-point deficit. Sewell through some traffic carefully. Need to score that first of the goals quickly, though. Osborne trying to keep it locked in. Have to flick it out here, or they'll be pinged holding the ball. It eventually comes out. Amazing how it finds a way out. Prittis just gave it to McGinnity. He said, here, do something with this hot ball. Josh Hill to Ashton Hams. Got running support wide, didn't need it. Long ball, Kennedy. What Schoenmaker's got? He grabs the ball, and he did incredibly well. And the kick is spot on to Mitchell.
Well, that's what happened because they're so intent on scoring Hawthorn. They've opened up their back half of the ground and nearly got burnt on the turnover. They just have to keep pressing.
It's been good, Schoenmakers. He's had his critics, but he's done the job tonight on Kennedy, and that was a great win one-on-one, and he's done that on a number of occasions.
Stagnant down on the forward line. Franklin off hands, picked up by Bruce. There's Roughhead against Cox. Rioli near the boundary line. Something special, and he's got it. Rioli's got the impossible goal. Working along the ground. Sensational. Cyril Rioli. Lingy, you called for it, you got it, and he gets them back within 11, and this game is not done. Unbelievable. Cyril Rioli. First goal of the last quarter, coming with 7.5 minutes remaining for the Hawks.
You go to the players of high quality to do something extraordinary. He's had a really quiet night, Cyril Rioli. The take at full speed was an unbelievable effort, and then the goal and the finish, that is why he's such a dangerous player.
Out of the middle, they come straight back, the Hawks. They're not cooked with yet. Ball out wide, and they'll be happy with that result in the end. Let's have another look at that Rioli kick and see the work that he gets on the ball. Sometimes they say, don't kick it along the ground. Well, tell the modern player like Cyril that you don't kick it along the ground, or Buddy for that matter.
They're full-time footballers, and they do spend a lot of time at training practicing those sort of kicks along the ground.
Gee, Selwood got a head-high one then. I know he went over pretty easy, but he did get whacked in the head.
Simon said you ran into him, that's all. Simon said you ran into him.
The umpire initially said I was on the other side of the pack and I couldn't see. I think that's the best explanation. Selwood was stunned. And a few choice words in there. Why not?
Straight up, watch those elbows.
I feel for both Marie and Bryce Selwood, their parents, they're here tonight. Watching those boys play must be a very, very stressful time for those parents.
Yeah, they get in where it's hot and dirty, don't they? Stratton to Sewell, has a bit of a look around the corner. Got it to Suckling. Suckling to Lewis. Now Lewis kicks inside 50. An opportunity here for the Hawks on the rebound. Nothing on. Hams did well. Picked up by Shuey. Goes out wide and right through the interchange goes. Umpire said that's deliberate. Gotta be kidding.
I can't have that.
That is the most unbelievably baffling decision.
That's the rule, boys. That's the interpretation they pay these days. If you had to watch the DVD, you two, you'd know that's exactly what they're going to play.
That was one thing that was different about it, Darcy. It was not deliberate. He actually kicked it to open space. Got a shocking bounce on the ball and it went out.
I'm not saying I like the rule, but it is the rule.
Darcy, you're not serious, are you?
Oh, come on, Darcy.
He's gone straight sideways.
No.
One bounce out of bounds. Under the interpretation, that'll always be paid. You mightn't like it. I don't like it, but that's the rule.
You're looking to voice the video for the umpires next year, I reckon.
Probably should have done it this year, Brian, to be honest with you, but that's the rule. You two should watch it.
I would never. I don't agree with it. I'd argue that all day with you, Darcy.
Time starting to become a factor here now. Down to 6 minutes. Hawthorn have had the play in the last 4 or 5 minutes, though. Here's Cam Bruce. And they've got the loose player. Shaney through the middle of the ground, launches the high ball. Rioli's the target. Look at them get back. Rioli! He beat a couple of them, and Cyril has a chance to get it to a one-kick game.
He had no right at all against three. Put one hand out to get hold of that mark on the second attempt. He's a genius.
And have a look at the guys that were there. Nat Nui, Glass, all Australian defenders. He's outsmarted all of them.
He's got a bit of cramp here as well, Cyril. He lines up now. He is directly in front, no more than 30 metres out. Cyril Rioli off one step. It was lackadaisical, but it's there. Cyril's got it, and the Hawks are back. I think that Cyril probably didn't run in then more than 1 or 2 steps because he didn't want to cramp. Just the one-step run up.
I reckon the umpire was overly aggressive then, Brian, in calling him to play on. He gave him a 20-second call almost immediately as soon as he'd taken possession, and it put him under more duress than he needed to be.
Wonder if that young man there knows what's going on.
You boys have been asking me to give you something all night. Well, I tipped Cyril Rioli is the man who might get Hawthorn over the line, so I'm going to claim that one, BT.
You have come to play tonight, Cameron Ling. Outstanding effort by you. Jordan Lewis around the ground. They're down by 5 points here now, and they're working it forward. Gaff gets on the end of it. Little kick, gain 30. Nice bounce. You wonder how that can't be deliberate as well then, based on the last kick.
Well, on Darcy's interpretation, it would have been, but
It's not my interpretation, boys. It's the DVD at the start of the year.
Well, the umpires have still got to interpret it correctly. But anyway, we'll move on. Darcy, for the good of things here, has Hill backed under it. Comes out. Suckling. Could have gone from home. Watch Cyril do his work here. He's one-on-one.
Look out.
Gets around Selwood. He's got it from the same position. And he's missed to the left. Oh, boy, Cameron Ling. You are all over this. What do you reckon, Darcy?
You could just see the whites of Selwood's eyes there going, oh, no, I can't do anything here. He has got the ability to run past me. He tried to corral him. Just amazing ability to impact the game, Richard.
And the handball of Franklin to release Suckling then was pretty good too. So the two superstars getting involved.
It takes the likelihood of a draw probably further away here because that point hadn't have been conceded. West Coast gone to get another one. They would have been able to knock it through for a point. But here we are now with Selwood. There have been 5 score changes in this game here tonight. Roughhead to Lewis. Selwood to Gaff, and Gaff now to McGinnity. McGinnity says to Schofield, come on, you're a 400-metre runner from down at Geelong Way. I'm going to put it out in front and you beat Suckling. Suckling did well, though.
I thought that was going to be paid as well for a rush ball across the boundary line. 3 minutes and 58 seconds left in this contest.
You got Big Dean Cox has now positioned himself loose along with Waters, so there's 2 behind the football now for the Eagles.
If you're Hawthorn, do you go and man up Dean Cox in that situation?
Yeah.
Because he is just dropping back, a kick behind the ball here, and he's going to gobble up anything that comes out of the action quickly. Osborne trying to bullock his way out of there like a mad bull.
Yeah, I think it's time to do it, BT, for Alistair Clarkson. You can't allow 2 loose back, and as we can see, Dean Cox is the man just sitting there in all that space.
Well, Hawthorn have got 2 loose back at the other end, and
there it is, BT. He's like the goalkeeper. Dustin Fletcher does it so well.
There he goes. There goes the Hawthorn man.
Showmaker's going to man him up.
And West Coast follow with another player to still make it 1 in their favour. How about that for tactics and smarts from the players? Whitecross. Gibson Eddie's high on the ball. Burgoyne went hard and first and gets the free.
Is it 50?
Has to be, doesn't it?
Continuous plays are called. So Waters, as you called, is rolling back to still maintain loose. Great effort from Burgoyne. Got low and hard and earned a free kick.
To beat a Selwood in and under is no mean feat.
Doesn't happen very often. Well, Brett Guerra is the loose against Waters the loose.
Gee, that's a risky kick.
Has to get involved here, Guerra.
Stratton, Mark, so not panicking here. The Hawks, 3 minutes left. Can the Eagles hang on? Kick out wide to Buddy and McKenzie. Up they go. Buddy a couple of grabs, couldn't get it. Tap on here by Suckling. Hams wouldn't mind the boundary. Boy, had his head taken. taken off. Free kick against Buddy, number 7. 3 minutes 50 seconds left. 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 3 minutes 50 2 minutes 53.
Well, I think Guerra just went off with cramp, so it was a bit hard for him to push forward.
Ball in neutral territory. Nat Nui flies, couldn't stick it. Prittis got it to Scott Selwood, kept it rolling, White cross, didn't get enough of the ball. Osborne jumped on it, Hill tries to rip it out, no winner there. Oh! Both players had hands on the ball, trying to pull it apart. How can one be in the wrong?
Yeah,
Extraordinary decision. Horrendous decision.
I've never seen that before. Two players were...
That is an unbelievable, perhaps game-changing decision. West Coast have now got it locked in their forward end as a result. Can they keep it there?
Let's take a look at that call again from the umpire. You can see great contest, climbing it over the top master. You've got the substitute Hill trying to roof it out of his arms as well. How can you possibly pay that one way?
Number one, who's in possession? If you don't know who's in possession, how can you penalise someone for incorrect disposal or not disposing of it?
You can't.
Oh, quick little snap out of the pack by Hill, misses.
That's the best result for the Hawks, though. Now they get possession of the football, and one straight kick puts them in front.
Big monkey. Looks like he's going to eat Clarko there at any stage. We've got 1 minute 54 remaining. Hale the sub out. Guerra's on the bench.
Suckling's an enormous kick, and he's just signalling, well, looked like he's going to go long. He's gone short in his yarn. It might come unstuck.
Oh, boy! Bang goes Young. Kennedy able to pick it up. I reckon he can get the journey here from 65 out. Nat Nui in the goal square. Punched away. Off hands. Josh Hill should have been a little harder there. And now they squirted out the Hawks.
Nat Nui.
Incorrect disposal. No, in the back.
Oh, in the back.
Jordan Lewis free. Just when we thought it was going to go the Eagles' way.
Josh Gibson was huge then, his contest on the goal line to clear it out.
Here's Cyril, got Prittis in the tackle. 1 minute 15 remaining in the game here.
How about Cyril Rioli's last 15 minutes of this game? He's got cramp as well. So the Nat Nui chase and tackle and
worked him forward.
Pushed him in the back.
Now Rioli's down in the foreground there. You can see with cramp. He's not going to take any further part. Wonderful tap by Roughhead to Lewis. Lewis to Franklin. Great mark at the back.
Jeez, what an effort that was from McKenzie at that stage of the game to outmark Franklin.
Look at Cyril. Looks like a trailer with a broken axle.
That was his 11th mark, 27th disposal, McKenzie, on Franklin.
Selwood, Adam in possession of the ball. 45 seconds. Kick to the contest. Roughhead's under the ball. At the back is Gibson. Now they've got a chance, the Hawk. Sewell gave it off to Lewis. Lewis, a high ball. Eagles have got numbers. Cox, he can milk this now. 28 seconds.
He's a smart player, Dean Cox. He put himself in exactly the right spot. Capable of taking a high mark, as we know. He just got perfectly in the right defensive setup.
Cox down the line. Gibson with the thump. They need clean ball through the middle. I reckon the Eagles are resilient enough to hold this up. 7 seconds and ticking. And the Eagles are going to win their 4th consecutive game of the year.
It's been a low-scoring game, but it's been an intriguing game. It's been pretty good to watch.
Unbelievable action. How good are these two teams? Siren sounds. 40,000 out of the seats. Say, wow-wee. What about that? Unbelievable story. West Coast win. Schofield there being comforted by his teammate.